Sponsored by 666bet.com.
Cougan Cassius Eiffel TV in association with Macklin's Mobile and 666bet. It is about 4 o'clock in the morning. We're still at the Echo. Press conference is going on. Drug tests going on. It's all happening. Blood tests, this, that. Dave Coldwell, well, listen, you must be ecstatic. Was you panicking a little bit when the split decision got called?
Yeah. I thought the early part of the fight, because Nathan was running around and pouring with a jab, sometimes some judges will kind of like think that he was being a bit busier. So I wasn't happy with the early part of the fight. But I kept telling Tony to take it out of his body, take his legs away, because I thought their plan would be box him early, and then his great engine would take it out of Tony in the last half of the fight, and he would come on. But if you start firing body shots and digging him downstairs, then you're going to take away that when he wants to put his foot on pedal, he's not got it there. And as it turned out, that's what happened. And when Tony put it on him and got his back against ropes and started digging him in, then, you know, Cleverly had nothing. He had nothing to give whatsoever. But then when, I mean, it's my job to make Tony keep working, and so telling him, listen, this is close. Yeah, but I thought we'd turn it round, and I thought we definitely won it. But I think I told him it was down to the last round, because I didn't want him being complacent, because I think the first fight, he lost the last round, and it ended up costing him. And then, as it turns out on the scorecards, if we hadn't have gone flat out, and if he hadn't have kept on working him and bullying him, then he'd have got it on points. And when they said split decision, I thought, no, please no.
Did that fight show us that Tony probably is a cruiserweight and Nathan isn't?
Yeah. I mean, he's a big lump, but does that mean he's a cruiserweight? No, you know, he couldn't handle the strength of Tony, but there's a bit more to it than that. Whatever happens with Nathan, he's got to decide what he wants to do. You know, he stacked all this muscle on and what have you to become a big lump at cruiserweight, but he's took away a lot of his other elements, I suppose. But you've got to say that Tony's strength told and slowed him down, and he ended up being the one that finished the fight a lot stronger, a lot better.
Did you encourage a third fight?
No, I don't think so. Cleverly didn't do anything in that fight. I thought he fought. It takes two fighters to make a good fight, and if you want to see fighters exchanging, both fighters have got to be there. But Cleverly, right from the start, he wanted to box him, and I just think that he wanted to box, draw Tony's sting, let Tony get tired, and then him to come on down the stretch. But Tony's body shots early doors took more out of him than what I thought, and him moving around the ring at that new weight. That's what I said all along beforehand. He's not had that. When I said, you know, in the Brewdog fight, we fought at a good pace. Cleverly's not had that sort of fight at cruiserweight. So when you're carrying that new weight, you don't know how it's going to be. You know how you're going to go on at it, and then all of a sudden you're in a real fight. You know, he found out tonight.
Right, Dave. Listen, I'm going to let you go. I know we usually talk for like a long time. I've got loads of bits to get, and it's very late. But I just wanted to get you.
Very shattered.
Unless you have anything to add.
No, maybe later.
I'll go back to the hotel, so.
Maybe later.
If you've got anything to say, we're here. See you later.
The Big Fight, sponsored by 666bet.com.